Oh, my fucking dick is huge.
You hear that, man?
Yeah, it's actually regular size. That's what makes it wacky.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, man, my staples.
really.
I'm on Facebook Live now. I'm not sure how this thing's looking.
Oh, do we have to tone down the language?
No,
For Facebook? How does Facebook work these days? Can't like 12-year-olds
I'm
use
sorry.
it?
I meant YouTube Live. I meant.
Oh, fucking shit out of my ass.
So, what happened to Brian? He's not doing your show anymore?
Well, no, we're still doing the True Life Not Doritos podcast. And
So what podcast is this?
well, this is just going to be JoshCast, I guess, because
Oh, okay.
yeah, it says I'm streaming live now. So
Wow.
I can just hear you, and as far as her goes, I'm about to just call her. Let's see if she picks up because I texted, and I don't think she knows how to use the text thing. But
How many podcasts do you have?
oh, by the way, I'm doing like 15 podcasts.
Shit.
So Nick, check out this idea that I have. Tell me what you think it is.
All right.
The idea that I have was Brian and we did the True Life Not Doritos podcast. It was 2 hours long. I took clips like I took, like, for example, there's a 5-minute shit story thing. I put that as a podcast, shit stories. Then there's a 5-minute thing about me talking about not making friends. I put that into a podcast. Then I went to each iTunes category, and we did a marketing podcast, a fine arts podcast, because we're not gonna make it no matter what. So I figured I'm gonna do a fucking category.
So you're gonna just spam every category?
Yeah, why not?
I like it. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
So that's how Woody Allen did it.
So I have like 15 podcasts right now, a health podcast, a self-help podcast, all this weird shit. And I think Brian put them all up. They should be all there, but I got to get all the names and all that.
Now, what's the self-help podcast? What are you helping yourself do?
Well, it was Brian and I talking about, I don't think it's actually us helping anybody. It's just us talking about being fat pieces of shit and overeating at night.
Oh, okay.
And just not to look like us and be like us.
So it's just a self podcast, really.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, so we tried.
I like that idea, though. I think you should do more. I think you should try and have 100.
You should try to come up with topics that iTunes doesn't even have yet. That's where you hit the real money.
Yeah, that's what we got to do. But so yeah, so we're trying to do as many as possible, and I'm trying to have like podcast appointments. Like, all right, I do this podcast at 8:15, and this podcast at just be booked up with podcasts.
8:20, and yeah.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna call this chick now. Google Voice.
Okay.
Her name's Georgia. No, Portia.
Sophie Fox or something.
Sophie Fox. All right, let's see how this goes.
Who is she?
She's from Craigslist. I posted an ad looking for a wacky guest.
Oh God. well, if they respond to a Craigslist ad, then
They gotta be good, right?
Yeah.
or else
All
they
right.
wouldn't have responded.
All right.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. Is not available.
Yeah, that's the name.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hi,
So what's-
this is Josh. I'm calling you for the podcast. Text me back. Okay, bye. All right, so I don't think she's gonna, call in. But
Damn.
Well,
What was
no.
her answering machine like? Was it a wacky fucking message?
she just said her name. But here's the. Do you guys want to hear the reply she wrote?
Yeah, of
Oh,
course.
yeah.
Well, first, Josh, you should.
Yeah.
Do you have the ad that you left?
Oh, yeah, that'd be
Oh,
good.
do you want to read my ad?
Yeah, let's hear your ad first. Yeah.
Okay, so
What attracted this, this minx of the night?
all right, so I have to log into Craigslist now because my email sucks. But
All right.
yeah, it shouldn't take long. But yeah, so I read hers though, even though it's she wrote, "There's no one wackier than me. I'm the female Howard Stern. I do, I do mostly just talk, but here's a sample. Do you think the Virgin Mary has perky tits? Is it the light? Why does Grandma Crucifix look like he has a boner? And it gets worse. I'm response to your Craigslist ad. My stage name is Sophie Fox. I also write humorous poetry and blues songs and can sing."
Oh my God, Josh!
Now, are the blues songs humorous too, or just the poetry?
I don't know, but you know, she lives in. I posted this in South Jersey for some reason, so I'm guessing she had to be to the tap room open mic at least once.
But my grandma lives in South Jersey, and that sounds like her writing style.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of embarrassing.
Shit, bring you guys together, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah. Oh, by the way, she wants to get paid for this. I don't think she's joking.
Yeah.
How much is she asking? What was her asking price?
She didn't ask for a certain amount, but she was like, "Do I get paid for this?" I thought she was joking, and she's like, "No, but seriously, it'd be nice to get paid and stuff like that."
Of course it would.
Yeah.
Yeah, how the hell are you gonna? She's not getting paid. She didn't answer her goddamn phone.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just gonna send her a check, and she stood me up like that.
Yeah, really.
So.
Text her with a fucking picture of like a check. Just make a check out for 50 grand and be like, well, this could have been yours, but you know, you didn't answer the fucking phone.
Yeah. So here's my stupid ad that I posted. I think I posted this like 2 years ago. I posted this off and on for 2 years. I posted this ad before, and I don't think it was clear enough what I wanted, so I figured I'll post it again to be more specific. I wrote, I'm a 29-year-old guy, so this was 2 years ago.
Right.
And I do a comedy podcast out of my parents' basement, which is true. I'm looking for guests. I'm looking for impressions, funny stories, original bitches, prank calls, song parodies, audio skits, embarrassing situations, just all around entertainment to add content to my show. The people that replied before to my that I want to talk, and I'm not really interested in people who can just talk. I've been doing the show off and on for many years, and I believe I have potential to be a damn good funny show. I have a Skype, a good mic, recording software, I can call you from my house phone, blah, blah, blah. And I wrote, I won't put my picture up or your full name or any information. If you want to go private, go nuts. If you could add something, and I put a sample of the show.
Oh, I gotcha. So in the past, what kind of you just got people who wanted to talk? Like, just what did they want to talk about? Who'd you have in the past?
Okay, so this is kind of funny. So I had this one chick on, and she thought we were gonna do a whole show together, like a whole 2-hour show. So she went over her dad's house or something, and she was just like folded laundry. I could see her like on Skype. And I wanted to just do a segment, and she had nothing. She thought I was just going to throw a bunch of stuff at her, so I did like a 10-minute segment because she wasn't at anything. And I said, all right, well, I got to go now. She's like, that's it? And I was like, well, you're not really... I was like, in your description, you said that you do dumpster story, you dive in dumpsters and all this wacky stuff, but you're not really giving me anything. Do you have anything to add? And she was like, oh, no, I thought you were just going to ask me a bunch of stuff. And I was like, I really don't.
She wanted you to do all the fucking
work.
work.
And I had that happen. And then this black chick, same thing. So... That's why I said, like, if the person just wants me to just yap to them, I was like, looking for somebody who just, you know, has bits and stuff. So
they basically just want to be your audience.
Yeah.
And do nothing while you entertain them.
Yeah.
Well, we're folding laundry tonight, Josh, just to let you know.
They basically just want to be your audience.
Yeah.
You want to hear? I got, like, socks. I got pants. I'm folding... Right now, I'm having a nice button shirt, but I won't actually fold that. I'll just put it on a hanger and put it in the closet so it doesn't get wrinkled.
Tell them about the quilt.
Oh, I have a quilt. It's big enough, Josh. You need 2 people to fold it.
I believe it.
If you can picture that.
Now that's a
2 people
podcast.
folding a quilt.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm getting stood up by the female Howard Stern. It's so embarrassing. And I don't have an audience, but imagine if I did. I mean, this will still be interesting, us talking, but still, it's like, you know, you're trying to plan things out, and this is what happens, folks.
Right, yeah.
Now, Brian said he had to go to the doctor at 7 o'clock at night. Is there a doctor? Have anybody heard of a doctor being open that late?
It's probably somebody named Doctor.
Well, what are his symptoms? He's full of fucking shit? That's what it sounds like. It just sounds like is he turning into a pussy? That's what it sounds like.
I mean, maybe he just didn't want to do the show. But this I thought he was into this thing. This guy's been at it, you know, he's been making all the screenshots and all this stuff for the videos, and thought he was into it. So I don't know.
He sounds overworked.
Yeah, it sounds like he's been working a little hard there.
But he doesn't have a full-time job like I do, so I mean...
Well, that doesn't mean he wants to work.
Yeah, but still, it's like...
No, I've been I dig your podcast, man. The True Life Not Doritos podcast.
Have you
I've been
listened to
checking
it?
it out. Yeah, I listened to it. You guys really open up on there. Josh, man, you're like an open book. It's I gotta say, man, it's kind of, I don't want to say sad, but you really are open on that, man. You're talking about not even wanting to have sex anymore.
Yeah, yeah, that's another podcast I have. It's called Not Give It Up. It's called Give It Up on Sex. And it's just me talking about my past of failing and rejections, and then giving up on trying to talk to girls and getting laid. And it's true. It's all it's true life, man. Just like the show. And no one's listening to it, so that's why it's like it's not even hurting me or anything. It's like
It's weird because I hear there so many people are asexuals now.
yeah, millennials they're calling them.
Yeah, you'd think that you'd have a huge audience for that, but I guess they already have it figured out. They don't need to know how to give up on sex.
Yeah, so here are the podcasts. We have Oh Jesus podcast, a podcast about two guys talking about, who are not religious, talking about spiritual healings and religion.
Okay.
We have a podcast about tools, two guys who are not really handy with tools, who talk about tools. How to Market Yourself podcast. Once again, two guys who don't know how to market yourself, trying to help people market themselves. A performing arts podcast about pretty much us talking about stand-up, because that's the only performance we've ever done or know about.
Right.
Making Friends is Hard podcast, pretty much mostly about me being antisocial and stuff like that. Poop Stories, I told you about that. Give It Up on Sex, talked about that. And a Fun Education Tech Lessons podcast. We have a podcast about hobbies, how to get hobbies and not be bored. It's called Get Hobbies, Screw Boredom.
Now, have you ever had a hobby, or is this mostly theoretical work?
I used to have hobbies. Like I started out doing, I was skateboarding, not trying to be a professional skateboarder, just skateboarding. And then I had stupid video games, and then eventually the only hobbies I have now is like I play some basketball here and there, and I write songs, but they're mostly like dirty comedy songs. So
we were listening to the Ballskin song.
Yeah, Lost Your Ballskin.
Yeah, did you guys hear what I did about with the Eminem CD?
No, what did you do?
Okay, so Eminem has this new CD coming out. He teased it a few weeks ago.
Okay.
So pretty much what I did was, you know how you look for an album on YouTube and it's clickbait, you click on it and it's just some jerk off who puts his own music on there?
Sure, yeah.
So
it's like their own demo. Yeah.
So I did that. So I put Eminem's early album is dropped, a revival, and I put Ballskin and a bunch of other my original songs.
And what was the reception like?
10,000 views so far. And I'm going to read the comments right now, and it's kind of funny because some people actually like it. They're actually talking about the Ballskin because that's the opening song.
Right.
So it's amazing how stupid people are. They go, "This is fake." It's like, yeah, you can't tell my voice between Eminem. So now here's the track list. I made up 16 Eminem songs that don't exist.
Okay.
First song is called "Wigger This." Number 2, Dr. Dre's Balls. Number 3, Everyday Cuddle. I don't know why I had to put that. 4, Change My White Ass. 5, Kill Trump. 6, Taco Bell Party. 7, Black People Are Cool. 8, Detroit Made Me This Way. 9, Mashed Potatoes. 10, Almost 50 Years Old. 11, My Pubes Are Gray. 12, Another Classic Album. 13, White Dreamin'. 14, Haley's First Boyfriend. That's his daughter.
Right.
15, Bonus Track, Celebrity Vagina. And 16, bonus track, Ham Sandwich.
So I gotta ask you, do you actually fantasize about ghostwriting Eminem's new album?
No,
because it sounds like you've got all the ideas like that. It sounds passable.
It does. So here's the comments. One guy writes, "Damn, this is fire." He's joking around. 11 thumbs up. One guy writes fake, and then another person writes best album by far. Another person writes, he changed his flow, but this is the most mature album he's ever had. 10 thumbs up. And then the guy writes, it's not even him. Same dumb guy.
Yeah.
Another person wrote, oh, this is obviously fake. The single's not on here. And then the guy wrote, duh. 7 thumbs up. Whoever did this is so lame. Laugh out loud. Another person wrote, damn, Eminem did it again. Fire. 13 thumbs up. Then this other guy wrote, damn, this has got to be the best Slim Shady album ever. I'm loving the new material. He's dropping bars about grilled cheese and bitches. Another person wrote, haha jokes, haha, not and three thumbs up for not even funny. Another person said, I like the track lists. And then another guy said, clearly this isn't Eminem, clickbait fuck. The thing is, people will come here and be gone within 20 seconds. I can't believe it takes people 20 seconds to find out.
Yeah, really.
And he wrote, go get cancer, you cunt.
Wow.
Which I thought was cruel.
Yeah, it is.
But you also don't know if he meant you or if he thought it was actually Eminem.
Yeah,
that's true.
Ever since Eminem came out with his Trump diss, people want him to get cancer and die.
Yeah.
Another person wrote, I'm still here, by the way. And another guy wrote, I came for Eminem and stayed for a lyrical genius and his ball skin. Another guy wrote, I want to beat the shit out of you right now, you clickbait shithead bitch. 5 thumbs up. Another guy wrote, I'm dying of laughter. Another guy wrote, that's fake. Another guy wrote, fake as fuck. Another guy wrote, wackest shit ever heard. Someone wrote, what? Fake, Walking Water's not on here. And another guy put, I think this is the best Eminem ever heard. And finally, another guy wrote, fuck all the way off. So, it's pretty cool.
Josh, have you ever heard of on Reddit, there's a thing called stand-up shots? Have you ever heard of that?
No, I haven't.
If you look it up on reddit.com/r/stand-up shots.
Okay.
It's basically like amateur stand-up comics, open micers.
Mm-hmm. Very amateur.
Putting up memes of themselves, like their own material, where they'll have a picture, their best I'm a real comic picture. It's them holding the mic and, doing their best pose.
Sometimes they're in their own bedroom.
Yeah, and it's set up like a meme where they have their premise up top and then their punchline at the bottom, and they promote their Twitters and everything through this. Well, I used to go on there and I would give them advice that was real shitty. The guy's joke would be like, I accidentally texted my mom, I want to do it doggy style, and I meant to say missionary, like they'd do some stupid joke like that. And I would say, that's a great joke, but you should change the part at the end because it sounds like you want to have sex with your mom. I would just tell them to change their whole joke. And the same thing, people wouldn't understand that I was fucking around. They'd be like, that's the point of the, you don't get the joke,
Yeah.
So.
I gotta check that out.
Oh, it's fantastic. You'll see some of the funniest up-and-coming comics there making memes of themselves.
Nick's been banned from it, 5 or 6 times now?
Yeah, I'm not allowed to do it.
For your advice?
Now, Nick, I haven't heard you on the passive-aggressive show. Like, have you been busy, or...?
Yeah, I've been working. I work late now.
Oh, shit. All right, so I'm going to call this old lady one more time, see if she picks up.
Please, I hope she does. Because I'm looking forward to hearing the female Howard Stern.
Me too. All right. Let's see. Sorry. Trying to... Are you guys still there?
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, the dead air was so...
Holding my breath.
Don't pass out now. Yeah, this sucks, man. I hate when people write long intros on Craigslist and they don't want to meet you. It's so rude,
It is, man.
That means they were just bored and they just used me to read their shitty intro. They're just...
She could have a doctor's appointment.
Yeah, at 9 o'clock.
They go to the same doctor.
Yeah. Come on.
I think she's not gonna pick up. She didn't pick up the first time.
Yeah, me too. She didn't even text back, so that's a bad sign.
They do go to bed early.
That's true.
Yeah.
Howard Stern goes to bed early.
Does he? How early? But he also
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice
millionaire
messaging system.
Who gets up at 5 in the morning, doesn't he?
Yeah, he gets up. He has to be in the studio. Well, it used to be 6, now it's 7. So he gets up 4:30, 5 in the morning. So
right.
It is exhausting to accomplish things with your life.
Yeah, and so this lady's probably she's probably on her computer just ignoring your call.
Yeah. She's probably doing a podcast where she pretends to call on the other podcast, but she just doesn't pick up. That's a funny idea.
There you go.
There you go.
New category.
Number 90.
New category. Yeah,
so who do you have anyone else in your roster?
No, unfortunately. Oh yeah, I got a reply from this other guy, and he wrote, "Oh my God, I listened to 3 minutes of your podcast, and you're right. You have nothing going on." And I wanted to, I didn't think of a comeback until later. I deleted the email. I should have wrote back and said, "Oh, usually people like listen for 20 seconds and realize I have nothing going on." You know?
Yeah, you're fucking slow. It took you.
Well, why don't we get that guy on, and then he can explain how to have a fucking,
Exciting
boring
podcast.
podcast.
I should have wrote it back. See, I posted this in South Jersey. I got to post it now in Philly. I get replies from guys in Philly as well, but I posted in South Jersey by accident, I think, because I did that a while ago just to branch out. Yeah.
So what else you got going on, man? You got any fresh prank phone calls or anything?
Yeah, well, actually, I do. I have. I started doing prank calls. I had mostly prank calls to bars in Northeast Philly, and I had prank calls to prostitutes on Backpage and Craigslist. Now that I use Google Voice, they pick up now because I used to block my number and they don't pick up. So, and I have a couple to some chicken places. So I got some fresh pranks. Yeah, man.
What's your favorite prank that you've ever done, Josh? What?
Oh man, like one of my favorite pranks. I think it's I think it's the one with the. Have you ever done the spray paint one?
No, walk me through it. Tell me about it.
Okay. Well, pretty much I call this random guy up in the Yellow Pages. I say I'm a couple houses down from, like, his address was like 6336, right? I said, hey, I'm on 6330. I'm like 2 houses down. And I was like, these kids told me you spray painted my car. So he goes outside. You hear him, like, opens up his screen door. And he's like, your car? I don't even leave my house. I didn't spray paint your car. And then he starts talking about, I think, his kids or something like that. And I accuse him of being like a pedophile. He was like, they say you touched their penis or something. He was like, what did you say? And I was like, no. And he starts yelling, like, you fucking asshole. And he starts really screaming, like, to the top of his lungs. It was actually 13 minutes, and I edited it down to 6 or 7. I should have kept the original version, but.
So he just got incensed and yelled at you for about 10 minutes?
He yelled for the longest.
Fucking freaked out that he was going to get caught.
Well, I'll tell you my favorite call of yours, and you're pretty prolific with the prank calls, so I haven't heard all your prank calls, but I'll tell you my favorite one that I've ever heard. You probably know which one it is.
Oh, is it the 7-Eleven one when a guy goes outside?
You call the guy to tell him that people are trying to burn the 7-Eleven down. They're pouring oil or gasoline on the back of the store, and he goes, you should go out back and check out back. And it's clearly like a windy day, and you hear the guy go out back, and he's like, I'm back here, there's no one out here. And you're like, yeah, I know, I lied to you. Why? Because you're a dummy.
I should try to call another 7-Eleven right now and see if that still works.
Yeah, why not?
Alright, let's do a live prank call since we have no guests.
They'll be able to hear all of us?
You should be able to. Did you hear the phone ringing?
No, I didn't.
Oh, fuck, never mind. See, I held the speaker up to my microphone, and I thought you guys can hear it.
But go for it. Let's do a live.
Well, if you guys can't hear it, how's that going to be fun?
We'll hear one side of it, and then you can tell us what the other side was.
Yeah.
So you can only hear me, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
All right.
I gotta figure out the audio. So if the old lady would have picked up, it would have been useless because you would have been able to only hear me.
That might have been the best way it could have gone. That would have been cool.
True,
yeah.
Try and call someone. Maybe we can hear.
All
try.
Right, let's try. All right, so I'll call a random 7-Eleven here. This is near me. A lot of my prank calls are actually towards 7-Eleven for some reason. I think I was pretty racist. I like to get Indian people really mad.
Indian people in particular, do they get mad better than any other person?
No, I think I started out when I was a kid. I used to make fun of Chinese people and stuff, but they were too calm. They would just hang up. But Indian people say things like "I'll fuck you in the ass" and all this stuff. They're very angry people. All right, so let's see. You can't hear that at all?
No, I don't hear.
Not getting anything.
Damn.
I think I hear a little ring, but
yeah. picking up. Fuck, everyone's got a doctor's appointment tonight, dude.
Close the whole 7-Eleven.
Holidays. Alright, I'll try another one. Live prank phone calls suck because people don't usually pick up. It's just better to fucking do it. Do you still do prank calls, Nick?
I'll do them on occasion. Yeah, I do them. You've probably heard all the ones that I've done lately.
So you haven't done one in a while because I remember you were calling people saying this is a prank website or something. Remember?
Yeah, I would do lazy. I'd say this is Dave with lazypranks.com, and your friend Sean wanted me to pull a lazy prank on you, and the person say, I don't have a friend named Sean, and I say, yeah, that's the prank.
That's brilliant. Alright, let's try one more. Yeah, hi. I'm actually driving by your store. There's some kids in the back of your store, and they got gasoline, and they're trying to light it up. You see it, man?
In the back?
Yeah, right in the back of your store, these kids, man, they got some fireworks or the gasoline or something. You see this?
Okay. I'm going right now.
Yeah, leave me
right now.
Yeah, leave me on the phone because I want to hear it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I try to tell these kids to knock it off, and just go to bed for school, but they just won't stop.
Okay, let me check. No, man, there's nobody here.
Oh, I just made that up because I want you to go outside, you fucking asshole.
You son of a bitch.
I'm not a son of a bitch. Alright. So it actually worked again.
I think that's the funniest idea for a prank phone call ever, Josh.
Did you hear him at all?
We could barely hear him.
Yeah, just a little bit.
But I heard you crystal clear, and that was all I needed to hear, to be honest with you.
Just that final line. Just bring it home that you, just mildly inconvenienced a minimum wage employee.
Oh, by the way, this guy, he kind of stole... Well, I mean, I guess in YouTube, no such thing as stealing ideas. Everyone just takes... But I did a customer survey prank call to 7-Eleven when I called and pretend I'm from the corporate office, and...
Right.
I asked him to put a customer on the phone. I'm doing a customer survey. So they put him on the phone. I say something nasty, and the guy just throws the phone at the guy. He's like, what the fuck did that guy say to you? He's like, oh. And this guy does that now on YouTube. He does,
Oh, he does a similar thing. Now, did you... Are his videos after yours?
No, but just that one. But I remember he used to be on my MySpace. I had that prank call up back when MySpace was up, but...
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, but he does it now. He calls a bunch of businesses, says, oh, I'm from the corporate office, but I came up with that, Nobody else is doing that.
Well, you should sue him.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of being sued, Josh, you realize there's consent laws about recording people and stuff, right?
Yeah.
How's it work in Pennsylvania? Are you covered? Can you just broadcast a phone call if the other party doesn't know they're being recorded?
I think as long as it's I'm not giving... I could be wrong, but I never really give out their phone number and stuff, and I guess as long as the person doesn't know...
So you're just banking on them never finding out.
Yeah, I mean, what are the odds of a guy who works 18 hours a day finding some fucking...
Supporting his family.
Yeah.
Finding the YouTube page? Fair point, yeah. I heard one you did where you and someone else were calling, I assume it was a 7-Eleven or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you called back as the police.
Yeah.
Which is very illegal, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. The Subway one I did, I called back as the police, and the guy believed it. I've done that twice. I even did it on the house prank, the lawnmower one. I don't know if you ever heard my lawnmower.
No. So you called a Subway as the police, and they believed you?
Yeah.
And what did they say? They started complaining about you calling them to you?
Yeah, I got the guy's phone number. The guy goes... And the guy goes, what's the... I got the guy's phone number. He goes, what is it? I go, 215. He goes, yeah. I go, fuck you. And the guy goes, what? I go, fuck you. And it's like the big punchline of the prank call. But I've done that twice, by the way. I've done that on the lawnmower, which is a regular, just somebody's house, said that they stole my lawnmower, and I did it for 7-Eleven. I mean, for Subway. So I did it twice.
Now, is there any limit to what you would say or do in a prank phone call? Have you ever threatened someone's life or anything crazy like that?
Yeah, I think that, you know what, that there actually is a law that you can't threaten people, and a lot of my prank calls, I say things like, I'm gonna fucking, I don't know if I ever said I fucking kill you, but I have said things like, I'm gonna bash your fucking head in on and stuff. So I have broken laws, I guess you could say.
Yeah, impersonating a police officer, they have a law about that.
And I think
go ahead.
I'm sorry, the riskiest prank I ever did was the bank rob prank, where I called up a few banks and I told them I was going to rob them. I asked where the security cameras were going to be.
Oh, so you were trying to pre-plan.
Yeah. And they tried to get me to stay on the phone. She was like, no, stay on the phone, don't hang up. They were trying to trace my number, but I know that's against the law.
Now, were you calling from your own phone, or did you at least?
Yeah, this is back. This is back when I had my house phone. My number was private and it was blocked. So I got away with it, but I probably want to do it now.
Yeah.
And also calling a suicide hotline is illegal. I know a guy he was doing Yahoo pranks back when I was like a kid. He got arrested for calling a suicide hotline. I did a prank for a suicide hotline where I pretend to be a pedophile and I'm gonna kill myself and stuff, and I'm like depressed. Right. So that's illegal. I know. The prank call.
So what was the gist of the prank? You're a pedophile. You're gonna kill yourself, man.
I don't know. I forgot what the punchline was. I forgot. I've done so many pranks. It's amazing. I listen back to one once in a while, and I totally forget the whole thing. It's like until I hear it back again. I say so much, because it's all improvised. I don't.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty wild, man. You are a braver soul than I, because I would not want to deal with the with the FBI over a prank phone call. Yeah,
it can happen. Absolutely. I mean, if the person presses charges or something.
Sure. Yeah, or even they trace your number.
Yeah.
That'd be a good second season of Mindhunters, is the FBI task force assigned to hunting down Josh Jacobou for all of his crazy,
there you go,
threatening prank phone calls.
So this lady wanted to get paid pretty much, so she talked to her husband. She's married, by the way, and
so
her husband was like, "Well, don't do it if he's not going to give you any money."
So why don't you say we can pay you and just lie to her if you're not above?
Is it against the law to say on a prank phone call you're gonna pay somebody and then?
Well, that would probably be fraud or something.
Yeah.
But it would, and you have a recording, so that would probably be like a verbal contract. But
yeah.
What if you actually pay? What if you say I'll pay you, and just never disclose the amount and pay her like $1?
Yeah. Yeah, I should
That's
do
probably
that.
fraud.
She's not even picking up at all. She's ignoring me. So
tell her it's an audition, and if it goes well, then there's future work that could be paid.
Work. I mean, she's got to prove herself to you.
Really,
she's basically an employee at this point.
You don't just show up to a place and say, "Hey, I work for you. Where's the money?
Where's my fucking money?"
Yeah.
Let's call Brian Lichter, see if he picks up.
Yeah, for Christ's sakes, man.
Yeah, this is he's supposed to be on the show, man.
Yeah. Tell him to put the fucking doctor on.
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
I want to get his medical records.
All right, let's check this out. Are you eating Sun Chips?
No, I'm. You like how I did that the whole time last time?
Yeah, that was funny.
No, I had to fix my headphones. They're falling off my head.
Oh, you
got. I can eat chips if you want.
Yeah, sure.
All right, let me go get some chips.
I'll bring back good memories for me.
Crunch. All right, I'm done with the bag of chips.
Nice.
That sure was good. Hey, I told you my sidekick here does wacky voices.
Yeah.
You give him like.
All right.
Give him a. You can try Josh, this guy is incredible. I met him at Staples. You'll never believe. Like, try him out. Just give him 2 nationalities. He'll do 2 accents at once.
You reached the
Any
voice.
2. Go ahead. You suggest it.
Yeah, Brian's not picking up. Since the guy Derek, the bizarre guy, was doing a Jamaican accent, let's hear a Jamaican accent.
All right, Jamaican and what else?
He does. Yeah, he does twice as many.
I never do just one. I gotta mix it with something else.
Derek's an amateur. This guy does 2 accents at once.
Jamaican and Cuban.
Jamaican and Cuban. All right, here we go. Oh man, I live under communism. Oh.
Pretty wacky, huh?
That was the wackiest shit I ever heard.
Try a different one. Try a different one.
Okay, how about Chinese and Mediterranean?
Chinese and Mediterranean. Now, like Greek Mediterranean or like
sure, let's do Greek
Mediterranean.
Greek
Mediterranean. All right, you got it.
Chinese and Greek Mediterranean.
Chinese and Greek Mediterranean.
Wacky impressions.
Oh, I make you a salad. Goat cheese.
Oh my god, that was wacky.
That really was.
That fucking. I think I actually fucking strained something with how wacky that was.
Jesus.
Oh, so by the way, those guys do a podcast now together called the BED Show.
Oh my god, how did they have funds to do that?
So I listened to the guy after the episode that happened, and he didn't really trash much about you. I think the only thing he said about you, Nick, was he said it sounded like you were having a stroke.
Yeah, at least I was having something. That motherfucker was silent.
Yeah.
He was already dead.
And I think he said about me, he was upset with me more than anybody. He said something like, first he called me Jack Off-a-Boo, which I've never heard in my life.
Yeah, clever.
And also, he said something like, I think he called me Jackass-a-boo again, and then he said something else. He said, isn't this much more fun than doing that guy's podcast? This is 10 times more fun than talking to that guy or something. And
oh, wow.
Yeah, it's kind of weird because it's like, I put you on just for a segment, but I wasn't telling you to like fuck with anybody, and that guy was more mad at, he wasn't even mad at me, he was more mad at me.
It was my idea to fuck with him, and he got mad at you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry.
So my rebuttal was when I did the first Life of True Life Not Doritos, I said, the guy, he's funny at Staples, but if he could be funny on a podcast, then that would be very helpful. But he wasn't funny.
He's Staples funny. He's not life funny.
Yeah.
Like when you go into like the break room to get some copy paper, and you're like, "Yeah, man, I'm gonna get some copy paper." That's pretty funny.
Oh, I love it.
But on a podcast, that may not be helpful for content.
Well, he's probably really good if you have a podcast about like how to refill your printer ink or something like that. That would be fucking entertaining, I'm sure. Yeah. Or where can I buy 2,000 paper clips? That's really entertaining shit right there.
How to get rubber bands for the cheap price.
Try one more. Let's do one more double. Try a triple accent. Sometimes you can bust out a triple accent.
Now you're putting him on the spot.
This is rare, but I mean,
it's possible.
I promise to give it a shot.
Let's try. Let's try Italian.
Italian.
Now there's different types of Italian. You got Italian, American. Let's try New York Italian.
New York. Okay, the classic New York Italian.
Classic New York Italian. Okay. Let's try Dutch.
You got okay.
The classic.
And one more. What's the cherry on top?
Okay, classic New York Italian, Dutch, and what's it called? I'm looking for a type of Jewish. The fucking
Yiddish.
Ashkenazi.
Not just Ashkenazi. Oh, jeez.
Not just Ashkenazi, man. There's subsets of Ashkenazis.
Yeah, just a type of Jewish, I guess.
that is one. So.
That is one.
All right.
Yeah.
So just to recap.
So we got.
This is New York Italian.
Ashkenazi Jewish, which is, I mean, basically at this point I'm just doing a New York fucking accent.
Yeah. Same thing. And so
and
New York
Dutch.
Italian, New York Jewish, and Dutch.
Yeah.
All at once.
Oh boy. All right. Hey, Papa, I'm gonna make you a pizza with the tulips on it, but it's Shabbos.
So you just did Borat, right?
Huh?
That's Borak.
Borak.
Borak. It was good. I appreciate you tried. I wouldn't be able to even attempt it. I would just blank out and be like, I don't know how to do that shit.
So you listening, Derek? If you're at, what's this kid's name? Darren?
Dennis.
You listen, Devlin? You out there in your little fucking shit podcast that you do out of your shitty car or wherever, closet, wherever the fuck you do it, Staples, break room. That's how you do accents. That's how you do wacky accents, you piece of shit.
There you go.
Listening to this? I'll give you a second. Hold on, your boss is coming by. Put it on pause. Pretend you're pulling paper clips for it on the shelves. All right, it's just us again. Your boss is gone. Don't worry, the manager's gone. Listen, here, I'll whisper so it's just you and I. I don't want the customers to hear. Listen, you piece of shit. That's how you do wacky, zany accents, not your lame-o. Hey, I'm Jamaican, man. I have nothing to add to anything, man.
Did you hear his black voice?
He did a black voice too?
Yeah, well, he was just, well, I think it was before you got on, his black voice. It's just randomly out of the blue, he goes something like, hey, man, I don't even know what you talk about.
That is so fucking funny, Derek. That is so funny, Danny. I just want you deserve a raise, Danny.
He won't listen to this.
$9.75 an hour. You know? You're going to be able to, one day, you're going to be the one getting the copies at Staples instead of making them for people. Yeah. You're going to be out there making flyers for your one-man show, Wacky Accent Tour. You're going to be the Harlem Globetrotters of wacky accents. I want you to know that. And I love you. And I hope that one day you and I can do a podcast. Because I need a fucking wacky sidekick. This guy here, he can only do 2 accents at a time. And I need a guy who can only do half an accent at a time. And that's you.
There you go.
So you can put that up in the Dominic category on podcast or iTunes, whatever.
That'd be a new category, podcast disses.
I'm just trying to start a feud between your podcast and your other podcast.
There you go.
That'd be cool if you were on both sides of the feud.
Yeah. Well, I think Brian played both sides because when that episode happened, the one after I wasn't on, he was like, he said something like, "I'm busy jerking off to my own podcast," but then Brian contacted me a few days later and said, "Oh, by the way, I'm not opposed to doing a podcast with you." And I said, "Hey, I heard what you said about me," and he was like, "Oh, like you never said anything out of anger. I was just blowing off steam. I was trying. Those two are sensitive. I was being the protector."
The protector. He did a great job. He left. It's like him, his girlfriend, and his friend are getting mugged, and he walks away.
Oh, listen,
I got a doctor's appointment, guys. I'll be back.
Well,
next
he was a protective of himself. That's still protecting, right?
I guess. No, I like Brian.
I do too.
You know, I just can't stand Damien, that wacky motherfucker. He's too wacky.
Yeah. Oh, he's bizarre. He's bizarre.
He's even bizarre a little bit, you know. But
a bizarre man named Derek.
My friend here, that he works at Kinko's, and he's the funny guy at Kinko's.
Yeah, I thought he worked at FedEx. No.
Well, he used to, but he got kicked out for being too zany.
Yeah, the diversity engineer said I was too fucking diverse.
They didn't like the Jamaican accent because Jamaicans work there. They got offended by that.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
It's 100% what happened.
100% Jamaican. Oh, I thought, yeah.
So anyway, that I just wanted to show, you know, Dennis, how accents are really done.
Well, you guys have done it.
So,
what
else? What else you got planned tonight? Anything?
Well, that was it. I thought it would just be an interesting show. I thought it can go on for 2 hours just with you and the female Howard Stern and.
Yeah, I'm really bummed out that she has a price.
I know, and I could have learned so much from the broadcast and legend of female Howard Stern. I could have took this podcast to a whole new level, but that's what happens. People want to get paid.
I think she's like Howard Stern only in terms of demanding pay.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. That's right. Howard would never do radio for free, so she's the same way.
That makes sense.
She wants to make Howard money right away.
I think she is like Howard Stern in the sense that she's out of touch and doesn't like technology. That's how Howard is.
You feel Howard's lost his magic over the years? You think he's
No, I still listen to his show. I think it's good. It's lost so many elements. It's just that it's a new him, and it's just a lot of It's hard to believe that he's that guy. It's just kind of.
It's definitely different from what he used to do. That's for sure. But I guess you have to evolve at some point, right? You can't do the same thing forever.
Yeah, that's what everybody says. But I don't blame him for not having strippers on and all that stuff. The part that when he said he stopped saying faggot and retard, I thought that was weird. Just because I think his wife is upset by that stuff. I thought and the celebrity interviews are just boring.
Oh, okay. So you don't. But do you like it when he has like a good, like he has someone like David Tell on or a good stand-up?
Yeah, he has good guests.
Yeah.
I would say 20% of interviews are good, but usually it's when it's a comedian like David Tell or somebody. But
right.
I mean, listen, I wouldn't listen to it if it wasn't good. It's still good. It
used to be better.
Yeah, but you can go on YouTube, I guess, and just watch old clips of him throwing baloney at girls' asses and all that stuff if you want to. That's what I do.
Now, you think this old grandma lady says faggot retard at the drop of a hat?
Well, if she's
Or you think she's grown up too?
Well, she's evolved as well. Howard Stern said podcasts are for losers, so she probably heard that and said, "Yeah, I'm not going to do this guy's podcast. I want to get paid."
You should message her now and say, "Listen, we'll do a 5-minute audition, and if it goes well, I can guarantee you paid work. And then no matter how it goes, just say you fucking sucked. You should get out of the fucking business."
I think she actually probably listened to the episode that I put as a sample, and she probably realized that
it was too stern for her.
Yeah, it was more like the old school Stern. She's not.
I see.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, so this is rare that you're not busy with work, and I finally got you on. And shit, sucks, man.
That's all right. We'll do it again sometime. If I'm available. I love hanging out and talking. So.
Yeah. So you free I mean, you're busy most weeknights, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But you shoot me a text. Just shoot me a text. My schedule, it's. I don't have like steady days off. My schedule fluctuates the days off that I have. Mm-hmm. So, you might catch me. You call me tonight. So
Yeah, I'm going to post another ad on Craigslist in the Philly section and maybe New York too. There's got to be a lot of people in New York doing a podcast.
Sure. And people eager to do a podcast.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess thanks a lot for doing the show, guys.
Well, thanks for having us, Josh. That was a blast.
Yeah, it was fun.
And if anybody's listening out there who does shitty voices, and that's about it, isn't funny, isn't even really interesting from what I heard, I just want them to know that they should just keep doing that.
Yeah.
Just stay true to yourself.
Call the suicide hotline if you need to. It's not illegal.
All right, Josh.
All right, see you guys. Thanks
Later,
a lot.
man.
Bye.
Yep, thank you.
Bye.